Welcome to VEDA Day 25. This is Evolving with VEDA, and I'm just going to do a recap for our trip to Las Vegas. We stayed at the Paris Hotel, and we stayed there because family was staying there. We'd never stayed there before. This was probably trip number 10 to Vegas. Um, the last time we were there was 2019, and that was the last time Howard put Vegas on punishment because of so many overcharge fees for what they call resort fees now. I believe it was probably maybe, I forget what it was. Anyway, we were at the Cosmopolitan and they were doing that certain amount a night, but they charge you all of it up front. And at that time, we didn't know about it until we had arrived. This time we knew about it, but the charges were so ridiculous this time. I always research and look stuff up. So there was a particular room that I had in mind. It was like on the 28th floor or something. I had the room number and everything. Requested it when I requested for the when I booked the when I booked the actual package deal and all, I requested this particular room. So, of course, she's like, you can request it, but I can't guarantee. Got that? Fine, completely understood. That was okay. So, of course, during our travels and all, getting to the airport itself, we didn't realize that nothing started moving out at Southwest until 4 a.m. So we get there probably before 3. I think we got there about 3 or whatever. I think we got there about 3. And so yeah, the line was stupid long. While we were there, it wasn't long before we got there, but it formed while we were there. And unknown to us, everything had to be done through the self check-in kiosk. So fortunately, there were a lot and it went really quickly. So we didn't get in line until 4 when we saw someone coming in and actually opening the kiosk. So, which took no time. And I just knew I was not standing in a line for an hour because my back is not built up that way. So, went through self check-in and everything, and that was fine. That was fast. Going through TSA, that was fast. Got to the other side, chilled out, did whatever, and pretty quickly got on the plane. And one thing Howard does not like is sitting in the plane waiting to take off. And we did not have to wait at all. So the flight was beautiful going over. A little bit of turbulence, very little bit of turbulence going over. And that was just, one of the things that I always, play a huge part of dealing with going to Vegas because it is, a over 4-hour flight. But coming back, it's so much shorter. So we arrived there and we're there way too early in the morning. So we get in like 8:20 or something like that, 28:40. I can't remember. It was too early. So, you can check in 3 o'clock or whatever. So we get there and so many people are, trying to check in. Some are checking out. Some, we're being turned away. Everybody else is being turned away saying, okay, well, we don't have your room ready until da 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 da. But here's the kicker. Not that they didn't have the room ready. The particular room that I requested, and the lady did inform me, yes, you said request. Didn't like that first comment. She said, you have to pay extra if you want a specific room out overlooking this scenery with the view. And so now you have to pay for a room with a view. Okay. So strike 1, they didn't have any record of the room I requested. Strike 2, we now have to pay extra for a room with a view. Minding you, the trip has been paid for, but we're paying extra because of the resort fees. Got that when we arrived. But then she had the stankest attitude. Unbelievable. So if you're telling everybody that they have to pay extra for view and for some scenery, and you're coming out your mouth like that, yeah. Um. Anyway, needless to say, that room was not available. We did not want that room. We were not paying an additional $50 a night, which is what I believe she said, $40 or $50 a night to get this extra view, this extra, to get this beautiful view. Okay. So then, while we're standing there, she tells us, well, your room isn't ready anyway. No rooms are ready. I was like, okay, well, why are you saying it like that? So she said, I said, so what, can we expect anything? I know we're a little early, but 3 o'clock. Woo-saw. Woo-saw. And this fan. I'm getting hot just thinking about it. Let me tell you. She had the audacity to have a stank attitude with us. And we've just traveled 3,000 miles. Okay. So we went on to the side with many others. Went on to the side. Went on to mind our business. Because obviously we have to wait. So we go find stuff to do. We sit in the lounge. Of course we met up with the family. Chit-chat and talked. And, we went and ate and everything. We had a full day. But this is now about 2-ish, I think about a little after 2. And I'm just watching, because we just sat, at one point, we were out and about, but after a while, we just sat in the casino, which was directly outside of registration. So I watched this one family go and stand in line, how it looked, and like, I don't see anybody, nobody's back there. I'm like, oh, people are back there. I get back there. And then I see this one young lady come out with an older woman. I don't know if it's her mother, her aunt, or someone. Howard goes over and asks her. Because I see paper, like a room assignment. So she said, oh, yeah, I got so-and-so and such and such. Of course, so we get in line, which was not very long at all. And here's that one lady that waited on us and had stank attitude. She waited on one person. They got out the way. She waited on them again right in front of us. And I was like, we're going to get her again. I was like, no, we're not. I'm not claiming that. So then this nice older lady down on the end, all the way on the end by herself, called us over. Lord, thank you, because God is good. We go over talking to her. She started talking about she done been with the different hotels for over 31 years, I believe she said. She was ready to get out of there because the business has changed drastically since 2020. She said the companies are trying to regain the money that they lost. They're trying to make up for it. She said, and it's not going to happen. But believe me, if you want to have an experience of Vegas, it's your first time or it's your honeymoon, it's an anniversary or whatever, you just want to have the experience, you're going to pay for that extra scenery. You're going to pay for a room with a view. And it's not just the new people. Some seasoned travelers that go out there that's been there 1,000 times still want that, and you have the money, you pay for it. I'm not wasting that kind of money, okay? I'm not wasting money on something like that. My issue is, why are you trying to stick us with a bill where you've lost? We had nothing to do with that. Everybody has taken a loss. Everybody has taken a loss. Some has lost lives since 2020, okay? Some lost family members since 2020. Businesses are trying to squeeze us dry because they lost some change. Yeah, they're not going to get it over here. So, saying that to say this, we had a great time in Vegas. We had a wonderful time being in the Hotel Paris. It was beautiful. But because we've been there so many times, We paid a lot of attention to overpricing of everything. Stuff's overpriced here at home too, yes. But it's a touristy place. People are visiting, people want the experience. So they can charge you for it. I just thought it was bad taste to nickel and dime us for every single thing. Food was outrageous, and even in any location, any casino we walk through around near or by, Howard would throw $20, 40, 60 something. Start just getting some 20 here, take a 20, in the machines. Not this time. It just was so different. It was very different. It was more like, yep, I'm just, interested in hitting your pockets. Welcome to Las Vegas. And it's never been like that with Vegas. Vegas, to us, we felt was cheaper than taking a road trip to Virginia Beach. Going to Vegas costs really nothing to stay there. We would do like the southwestvacations.com and do the package deals. We do the hotel stay, the flight, and they throw a show in there sometimes. And this is another thing, we've never been in Vegas where we did not catch a show. Yeah, we did not catch a show this year. So there were a lot of firsts that we did not do that is not the norm for us. So, like I said, Howard put Vegas on punishment in 2019 because they were overcharging with the resort fees. But now, with the room, with the view thing and all that stuff, and that was one of the things where he's like, okay, I'm not even going to be tripping about this. Next time you want to plan something, we just going to, just do a cruise. Just plan your cruise. And then that's what we had booked for 2020. It was a whole family reunion cruise. But because of all this, he has not been interested in cruising. Okay, I done already got the vid, so no excuses here. I am interested in getting on a ship. I don't need another crazy trip to Vegas to feel like, okay, I need to travel, go somewhere and do something. I know where I need to go to get all of my fulfillment for what my coin's going to do for me, and my happiness and my soul will be great on the show. So, with that being said, Vegas was grand. The experience at Paris was pretty nice. They were, of course, like overpriced, like everything else. Their restaurants were, the dinners were fine, but you had to do reservations like 3 days in advance, things like that. So that was something that we just didn't consider because, again, we didn't know if we should have been eating at the restaurant because it would have been an experience, but we didn't. So I really enjoyed just being out there again. It was a very, it was very nice seeing like some new stuff that they had been, there's this like sphere building that's coming up. I think it's like a, they said it was like, one of those big convention centers or something that's, about to open up. And there were, a couple of different places that were on the way down to downtown. We noticed, so much construction. It's always a lot of construction in Vegas, which is a positive, a great, wonderful, wonderful thing because that's progress. Money's coming into the city, so they're, they're progressing very, very well, getting rid of old hotels and bringing up new ones. So it was nice to see that still going on. And the funny thing about going downtown, Howard mentioned like, wow, it looks awful bright, which it always did. He says just extremely bright. I think the last time they may have just lit up the opening, the light show above us during certain times. I don't think it was just always running. This time it was just consistently just running, which is great. It should always just be running. But I guess I do remember at particular times it would start and you would hear the music going and things like that. So I'm not sure if 2019 it was just a regular thing, just always running, but this time it just stayed lit the entire time. Music constantly played and the light show just kept going. And I caught a little bit of that on the last on the first downtown upload, I believe. So anyway, yeah, we definitely need to venture elsewhere because people are just trying to make up for that lost time. And again, you're not. The lady herself, when she mentioned, the one that had been there for 31 years, she'd mentioned how management and everybody's just gotten so greedy, and you're making, unfortunately, people are losing out on the real true experience and fun of Vegas because they're trying to pocket the money. So because they're still trying to keep it a family oriented location, even when you go downtown and see the things that you see, they still want it to be a kind of family oriented type of place to visit. So, but they're not making it affordable for anybody. But that's my experience. Yours may be different, but this is how we experience Vegas in 2022. We had a great time. The flight back was amazing. I know it was about 3 hours, maybe 3.5, 3 hours, 40 minutes or something it took him to come back. That was an excellent flight back. And the best part about leaving is that we left at night. So I got to film us for liftoff. I was on the right side to catch, the buildings and catch the hotels lit up. And that was very, very nice because I've had maybe 1 or 2 times where we've gone into Vegas, maybe 1 time, and it was twice, and it was dark. I mean, you see absolutely nothing, and then you just start to form and see this little there it is, there it goes, and then all of a sudden it's just like magical. It's just, Vegas is such a beautiful place to see. So, not to discourage anyone from not going, because like I said, get the experience. Just be prepared. It depends on where you stay. I will say that it could depend definitely greatly on where you stay. So, but Paris was a very affordable hotel. Planet Hollywood's affordable. Luxor, New York, New York. I mean, most of them are. But like Cosmopolitan, VEDA, like I said, we did Southwest Vacations and we did a package deal. We've been doing that for quite a few years. So that's fun and easy for us because, like I said, you will jump in on a show really quickly. We've seen that's the water show with Cirque du Soleil. We've seen Zumanity. That's the adult show for Cirque du Soleil. We've seen, of course, who's not out there. We've seen Celine Dion. We've seen Cher. We've seen Toni Braxton. People like that. We've seen a crazy comedian. I think it was George Wallace. So we've seen a variety of people. We've seen a variety of types of shows. So mostly Cirque du Soleil, though, because those are amazing. It's like the water show on the Oasis, Royal Caribbean. That's an amazing show. So, yeah, I just wanted to give my little 2 cents on what Vegas is like in 2020 or what it was like for us. I just, encourage anyone that if you do have an interest in going to Vegas, you should definitely look some stuff up, do your research, and, invest in that because you will not be disappointed. I mean, your trip is what you make it. So if that's something that you're really interested in, I think you should absolutely do it because it's beautiful, it's fun, it's great memories. I mean, beautiful, amazing pictures. I just didn't take a lot this time because, like I said, this was like trip number 10. So, and then my Memory Lane Mondays, you'll see me recapture and repost these particular trips that we had taken over, you know, this 20-some years. So that's it for me. If you would just be so kind as to comment, like, subscribe. If you have not subscribed, what are you waiting for? I'm trying to get to 500 for now, so that I can do me some posting and get myself out there in the community tab and, you know, just share up my community, because this community that I am a part of is just like none other that I've ever experienced before. Content creators and YouTubers that actually are here for others. I've had people, you know, that have their own channels that are there for their thing, that want to do the YouTube thing and come see me, watch me. No, this community really supports everybody. So, and I pride myself in that, because who am I if I'm not acting as my community acts? How do I represent me if I'm not representing the community that I'm a part of? Well, I hope I said that right, because I'm trying to say it the way I think I said it. So I'm just trying to be a reflection of where I am and what I'm a part of. So that's it. I'm just trying to reflect the community gathering, the closeness, the representation of the community that I am a part of. So if you see me all over the place, it's because I see my people all over the place. And I just want them to know, as much as you come over here to support me, I'm trying to come out there and support you too. And that is my take on it. So thank you ever so much for watching. I appreciate you being here, and just keep on coming back, because we only have, what, 6, 7, 8, oh, like what, 5 more days to go? Yeah, 5, 6 more days to go. Yeah, I think I might be able to work it out. So I'm about to get out of this room, so maybe I'll have some content for you. So thank you for hanging with me, and always remember, to evolve is to live. Bye-bye. To evolve is to live.